a high achiever requires you to show up in different roles, in different areas of your life. And that requires you to adapt a different mindset in each. Now, you must have noticed that having a similar mindset and using that in different roles and different areas of your life is actually not getting you far. It works in some situations, but it doesn't work in others. And sometimes that might leave you confused as to why is this happening. The reason is simple. You've got to adapt a different type of mindset for a different role in your life. So let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to cover 3 types of mindset that as a high achiever, you probably need to adapt in different situations of your life. Now, the first one is that of a leader. Now, this role might be more often than the others that show up. Many times you're required to take up the role of a leader for yourself, for your employees, for your clients, for your teammates. And when you lead, this is the mindset that's going to help you the best. You're going to think about a win-win situation. You're going to think about, how do my employees win? How do my teammates win? How does my client win? How do I win? And how do we win as a collective, as a whole? How do all of us win? That's the space that you want to be in. You're not only going to focus on your client, you're not going to only focus on your teammates or on just the goal in front of you, but you're going to focus on how is this going to be a collective win. And when you do that, your higher goal is reached. So each time you've got to take the role of a leader, look for a win-win situation. Look for how do we all win? And take actions from there. Take decisions from there. Lead your team, your clients, your employees from that space. And look at the magic that follows that. Amazing. Let's move on to the second mindset. Now, this is the mindset that you've got to adapt when you're in a creation mode. Now, as a high achiever, you are probably someone who creates, who needs to stay in his element or her element. And for that to happen, again, it's going to be a completely different mindset than the prior one. Now, your role as, let's say, the CEO or a team player needs to be where you focus on your skills, on your magic. And for you to focus on that and for you to create, you've got to come from a space where you exercise your creative energy into the outer space. What do I mean by this? It simply means you've got to be in a creation mode. And for that to happen, the mindset that you're going to adapt here is that of non-judgment. And I don't just mean non-judgment towards others, but I also mean non-judgment towards yourself. Because for your creations, for your skills to truly come out, you've got to take actions and think from a place where you're not doubting yourself and you're not judging yourself for everything that comes out of your mind. That's where creation happens. That's where you allow yourself to bring out the knowledge, the skill that's inside it. Otherwise, we act in blocks. We are blocking ourselves from our full potential. We are blocking ourselves to be truly authentic and bring our energy from that stage. So, when you're in a creation mode, whatever that might be, maybe you're in a sport and you're required to play your A game. You've got to come from a space of non-judgment and full trust in the knowledge that you already have. When you are being the CEO, when you're being a business owner and you're required to come up with your ideas to move this business ahead, to go to the next level, the same thing, non-judgment. That's where the ideas are going to come up from. That's where you're going to create. All right? So when you're in a creation mode, There's got to be non-judgment. There's got to be full permission to allow yourself to be who you are and be authentic there. Because look, you are a high achiever. You're already amazing at what you do. The only factor here that's going to move you forward is full trust and allowing yourself to be fully you. Now, let's move on to the third mindset. This is the role where you're required to pass down your insights or your wisdom. And why do I say you need a different mindset here? Because it's just insight, it's just wisdom, you already have it. A lot of us get stuck that we already have the knowledge, so we just got to bring that out there. This is the reason why I use the word wisdom and insight, because it's not just knowledge, but it's insight with emotion. It's knowledge with emotion, and it's a combination of both. When you have a combination of your knowledge along with an emotion attached to that, that's wisdom, that's insight, and both of them are required. Both of them are very important. You cannot take actions with just one of them, with just your intellect or with just your emotion, but you've got to bring a combination of your intellect and your emotion. That's where wisdom comes from. So when you're required to pass down your wisdom or take decisions from your insights, you've got to look at your intellect along with your emotion. Now, many times we're taking actions only from our emotions. So here, you've got to pause and ask yourself, am I taking actions just out of my emotion, or is my intellect attached to this? If it's not, what do I know about this situation, right? What emotion do I want to drive the situation through? And the same thing goes in the other way. If you're taking actions only from the knowledge, only from the intellect, is this really going to help me? What's the emotion I've got to attach to this knowledge to actually truly move this forward? And understand the two. Understand that it's a combination of both your intellect and your emotion, and take decisions from there. So this is going to happen in the main decision-making factors of your business, of your life, of your field. Every time you take a decision, always remember to take it from a place where you're mixing your intellect and your emotion and combining the two. Amazing. So do you see how all the three mindsets were very different to each other, but all the three are very important for you to be in your energy and your level, and for you to deal with your day-to-day activities. These all three mindset might happen in the same day. They all are three different decisions, and they require you to take a different role in each. So keep in mind with which mindset are you going through which role or which action in your life, and be very mindful about it and take actions from there. Awesome. So let me know in the comments which of the mindsets are you going to work more on, which of the ones do you prominently use or mainly use and show up as, and I would love to read them. And I'll see you in the next video.